he'll need to come over this way. Hello. We're sorry we're late. We've been having some technical errors. We are had to go back to our phone, and I'm going to try to get on so we can see questions here. Hold on. You talk to the nice people?
Yeah.
Well, I figure this out.
Yeah, for some reason our camera not working on our computer just all of a sudden decided it's not going to. Very strange indeed. So we'll do what we can to get that resolved. We're going to try to connect so that we can watch comments and be able to respond to those. Wow, technology is crazy. Now, you did get this connected to the internet. The phone is connected to the internet.
What do you mean? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay, just wanted to be sure we had the right bandwidth.
Yes, we're live now. Yay!
Turn off the sound.
Yay!
Just,
okay.
there we go.
So let's move this right here so I can still see picture comments.
Okay, cool.
Angie's Pantry, Win in Idaho, Diane Eisenhower.
If you haven't noticed, you may need to refresh your browser and notice that Rhenda has put a different channel art on the top of our YouTube channel first page that you see there.
I worked all day on it, literally. No, all afternoon.
Anyway, she had a lot of fun doing that. Was it fun?
No.
No, she didn't have fun.
It wasn't fun.
But we got it done. So that's what counts. Well, we both have had a bit of a cold.
Oh no, I had a bit.
She got bad. We're convinced hers was made worse because she was having some allergy issues. It's that time of year, plus the carpet in the house, even though the most recent tenants didn't have pets, there's been some pets here in the past, and so the carpets were just, what carpets do.
Okay,
pets.
so first of all,
carpets are gone now, and all the dust that was under them.
Welcome to Lois. I want to make sure you guys give me a thumbs up or a yes if you can hear us okay today.
A thumbs up. A yes.
Autocorrect won't let us spell your name correctly. Yeah, well, if you see the title, I didn't spell Homestead correctly.
Microsoft knows best, right?
Okay, great.
Okay, very good.
Thank you. We are not raining today. In fact, we're feeling the very first day of a little bit of mugginess.
Yeah.
So
we went for a walk today in short sleeves, midday. But it was fantastic. So
somebody said, how's it going? It is going very well. Very, very well. It didn't help that I was sick. 2 slight days, 2 really bad days, and then 3 days coming out of it. And Jim has been doing really a marvelous compared, thanks to elderberry. So,
yeah.
Okay, who else?
Speaking of elderberries.
Just a minute. I want to say hi to Terry Jean, Harmony Evans, Green Gables, and hello, I was sad thinking I'd missed your live stream.
Nope, you didn't miss it. You made it.
This is the first time Lois has made it in a long time. Yep, I've said Bonnie.
Okay.
Okay.
Yesterday at our local farmers market, we found a couple of, we could really identify with them. Here a few years ago, they moved from California to get out of the rat race and started farming here, a little bit younger than us. And they happened to have some elderberry starts in pots. Kind of high up on our list of things to get. They had a couple of more types that they forgot to bring. They didn't make it into the truck. So one more. So we're going to get those from them. So we'll have a wide variety. The cool part about that is they all bear at different times. So we'll be able to have a pretty wide window of times when the elderberries will be bearing berries, which will be fantastic. So we're excited about that.
So Bonnie's 200 miles northwest of us.
So that's kind of like up
Kansas,
a little bit north of Kansas City.
And said that it's threatening weather, bad weather, no rain.
We've had clouds a little bit all day, but it's a little bit.
Hi, Sally Ann.
It's been nice. So.
And Lois has been making maple syrup today. So
we've had a few questions.
Yes, people have said that elderberries grow along the roads. We don't even know what the plant looks like until we bought those yesterday.
We're going to learn, but yeah, they're pervasive.
What we need is somebody to come to our farm and go for a walk with us and tell us what shrubs we have, what trees we have, what birds we have.
You know, I actually at church was sitting next to a biology high school teacher, and he didn't feel qualified to come help. I was
at church?
Yeah. But he did give me some suggestions on where he goes when he's trying to find things out. So that's why I'm wanting to get to the library to get hooked up with the
maybe we can
databases.
Go after this.
Yeah.
For a field trip.
Yes, but a lot more plants here than we're used. Well, different plants than we're used to in Oregon. Certainly not more types. I mean, Oregon has a wide variety, but they're different. You know, Oregon's more of a rainforest, and so anyway, we're eager to know what we have because there's really this huge variety. And as we're looking over the property to figure out what we're going to do on different parts of it, knowing what is growing there natively is going to be very important so that we can get the put together what's called guilds, which is going to be groups of plants that go well together, help each other out, and create a very symbiotic circumstance.
Bonnie says go to the Department of Conservation.
Yes.
And the Missouri Extension.
Yes.
So that's what we need to do.
Just
take some of the branches into them.
What is this? What is that?
That's poison oak. No.
Yeah, please don't touch us with it, but you're going to need to doctor yourself now. So.
Goodbye, Angie. Thank you for coming in.
So what were some of the questions you
So
asked?
we had someone who really wanted to know, you know, you've told us all the good things about your place. What are some of the bad things? Sorry.
Well, one of the bad things was that the carpets in the house were needing replaced. We don't like carpets, so they had a lot of strikes going against them to begin with. But they've been here a while, at least long enough to have accumulated a lot of pet dander.
So they're out.
So they're out.
So to our west, to the west of us.
She's getting that.
There's no mountains here. To the west of us, we are beyond our trees in the creek is the city limits. And the water treatment plant is there. It doesn't bother us. It's actually a good thing to be that close because when our electricity goes out, they'll for sure fix their electricity. So that's one of the things that is a drawback, supposedly. We can hear the water in the thing going once in a while, but it's just like a white noise. It's not anything bad.
Yeah.
And we share the creek. They take water out of the creek before our property and put it back in just after our property. And we own most of the creek on that end and half of the creek on this end, and then they own some of it on this end.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. So that's one of the things. When in Idaho, I detest carpet so hard to get them properly cleaned. I won't put carpet in any of our rooms. Absolutely not. We have bare floors right now, and I'm doing much better with the bare floors. So he works so hard on it.
Yeah.
So other things that might not be perfect about our place.
Other than the house, I mean, this is an older house. It is a project.
It's a 1940s farmhouse.
So
it's going to be amazing.
We won't go into the details on that, but as far as the rest of the property.
Yeah.
Downsides.
Well, one of the things is we had the owner before us owned more property than what we have purchased, and it's connected to the property. He has given us first right of refusal to buy that property, and we really, really want it. It's just that it might not be to our advantage to purchase it right now, and so he's going to have to sell it to somebody else, and so we would have to go to them to ask for first right of refusal to purchase it. We're still figuring it out. We have some time to figure it out. So that's kind of a downside. We don't want people to encroach on us, but it's a lot of land that we don't absolutely need. 15 and a half acres is a lot of land.
Well, we imagined using maybe 5 or 6, and so to have 15.
So it makes the other 30 acres, the total of 30 acres.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, water treatment plant may stink in August. I was told that they have never smelled anything from it, but we will see.
Yeah, time is going to tell. When I was in high school, the town we lived in had feedlots on, I think, at least 3 sides, maybe all 4 sides. Well, 3 sides, and then there was a sugar beet plant. So at various times of the year, there were different odors, and depending on which way the wind was blowing and what they had done with the animals, we could get a lot of odors. So it's part of life. I mean,
Go ahead.
What?
I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm going to read this next thing.
Okay, go ahead and read that.
Harmony Evans said, if you're interested, you can check out my family's journey moving to 440 acres in northern Canada at livingthetruenorth.com. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. 440 acres. Now,
pin.
Oh, pin. So is that...
Hello, time to sow.
Is that forest a large part, or is that all pasture, farmland? What kind of land is it?
That's marvelous. Hugs from the links. Just joining Gail Elwood. Thank you so much. We haven't been on for very long, so you're good.
A lot of forest.
A lot of forests and mountains. And are you going to be living up there?
Sounds like they are.
That's so neat. I've been watching Life. What is the one in Alaska that Justin Rhodes went to? Life in the North. Something like that. They had a really bad day a couple of days ago. Really bad day.
Yeah.
Yes, we
like
moved there in the summer.
Okay.
Oh, that's great. We will certainly follow you.
So you've been through your first winter. You're still going through your first winter. So, and you're not throwing in the towel yet. So that's
it snowed up in New Hampshire on Lumna Acres yesterday. Hello, QBI Faith. Glad all the paperwork is done. Oh man, us too. It just kept getting postponed and postponed and postponed. And so literally I called the day before and there was still an error. And so they had to fix it again. And so when they finally said it's in the morning, I called them and I said, I want to make sure that everything is done.
This error was pretty mild in comparison to what was there before. The one before would have affected the deed, and that they couldn't let that go.
Harmony Evans says it was a wild ride.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Just can't imagine.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to some of the not so nice things on this property. We're still in the discovery phase on this. I think one of the challenges we're going to have is when the rest of the property is sold, there's going to be a need for fencing that doesn't exist along property lines that haven't been property lines before. So that's an expense we hadn't really programmed into our thought process in buying a piece of property, that we'd have to put in fencing. So, I guess it depends on who buys it and what they plan on doing with it. But we'll see. I mean, if they're not doing anything with it, it's not a big deal because we can. So we'll see.
Sarah Jane, hi from Australia.
But other than that, there's just, and it's not a downside. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of things that have to go on. And as we're looking around and attempting to come up with our plan of here are the things that we're going to do, we're identifying a lot of what needs to happen. So there's a lot of work, and it's a matter of coming up with how we're going to do it. For instance, like the pond that we have. I don't know all that's involved in making a pond a good place, there is a bit of down timber that's in it.
And we will be talking to the conservation place about that.
I suspect the down timber needs to be pulled out of it as one of the tasks. Well, the challenge there is getting equipment in close to it. It's going to be pretty tough. I'm not sure how.
Just get in your little boat and go do it.
Anyway, we'll, but it's things like that. Just
how long had the previous owners been on the property? Was it a long family time? No, it wasn't. They had it for 10 years. And
they had it rented to
They've rented. They never lived here because they had, in the other property that's attached, they had put in another well and electric, and they were going to build a house up on the hill. And then another housing division went in behind that was too close for them. Doesn't bother us. There's trees there blocking it.
Well, it's only 2 houses. It's not really.
Yeah, it's just 2 houses. So they decided to buy property more out in the country than we are.
I guess something that could be a downside is that we're so close to town, but there's also an upside to that.
We love the being close to town.
If we need to go to town, it's not a long drive. And with my need to have internet for my work, it's not the best internet, but the possibility of it being good is a lot better.
Yeah, we're not sticking way out. Let me catch up on some of these. Bonnie says, plant your privacy trees this fall and next spring so that you'll have plenty of time to grow. Give you a screen from others if the properties are going to be bought. Absolutely. Down timber is often placed in ponds for fish habitat.
Well, and that's part of what I wanted to investigate is that I know that it can be really helpful, and it's not like it's that much that's there. So I don't know. I think there's a balance between having too much stuff in the way, but some of it probably belongs there.
So Lynx is asking Harmony Evans if they have a YouTube channel for Canada. And I would like to know that too. And yes, we do want to plant a privacy screen. We want a fedge. Is that what is that? What does fedge stand for?
Well, it's an edible fence.
And fruit hedge, a live hedge.
An edible fence.
Could you email us what you are doing for internet? Yes, when in Idaho, I will do that. One of our favorite properties is in the same area as you, and we are trying to figure out the internet. We so hope you come near us. That would be lots of fun.
This internet company that we're using is not as big as some of the others, but they are in several communities, and they're based out of Springfield. But there are
WON, one.
There are 5 or 6 communities that they're in around here, and it's wireless, so it depends on where you are.
Windstream has the majority of it, and they're really terrible customer service. And so we were happy to find another one, but it's WON.
So
you can just look them up online. Gail says, were you only 10 minutes from town? Oh, we're only 10 minutes from town, and I still feel very country where I am. No limits on your farm animals. Absolutely. I love it because I don't want to be stuck way, way out. We do have a street that we walk down that goes the other side of, out further from town. That's all country, and it's beautiful just to go out walking out there. So hugs from Montreal. So Harmony says not yet, but we will put it up on the blog. Okay.
Well, with what you're doing, a lot of people would find that very fascinating to watch. I mean, that's kind of it's a pretty cool idea, and I'm sure a little different than what a lot of us are having to deal with.
So we have at least 3 Canadians on here because Lois is from Manitoba. Sorry.
We lived in Colorado Springs, which has Manitou Springs. So she's got
and Montreal, and then Harmony says that they're neighbors. So Salt, I'm not even going to try.
St. Marie.
Thank you. Okay, so when in Idaho, 66% of rural Missouri properties cannot get residential internet. And that's one reason we are so happy we live next to the little city. That's supposed to change with President Trump's rural initiatives.
I haven't read a lot about the rural initiatives, but I certainly hope that it does. I know that there's a lot of local municipalities and groups
Bye, Win in Idaho. Catch you later.
That are trying to get fiber pulled in. My sister, who lives a ways out of town where she is, just this last summer, they pulled fiber into
Fiber clear out into
farm.
the desert. I mean, yeah.
So, you know, I don't know if she's hooked up to it, but it's there. It's available to her. So I don't know if it's affordable for people to do, but there are a lot of efforts to get it in place.
So I'm going to put out a very weird request since we're all friends.
Oh, dear.
And
this is always scary when
No, you know I'm going to do this.
Oh.
So next Thursday, we are going to Oregon we're flying out there to pick up our things. We need somebody in Missouri close to us to dog sit our dog. He just needs a home that he can sleep in. He doesn't do well in kennels. So I'm putting this out there. If there's anyone that's within, between here and Kansas City, because we're flying out of Kansas City, it would be very nice. I have somebody that here in town through rover.com that'll charge me $30 a night, but that's going to cost me a lot.
An arm and a leg.
Yeah.
She's going to look really funny limping around with one arm.
So it'll be about 7 or 8 days. So anyway, we'll see if anybody out there bites on that. But if you don't and can't, don't feel obligated. He just sits around and he thinks he's a prima donna. So anyhow.
So what other questions have you had?
What other questions have I had? What other things are amazing about this place? So in the center, so we sit like there's a house and then barn, and there's a circular driveway. And in the center is a birdhouse and this huge grassy area. So I'm going to do something I've wanted to do for so long. I'm going to put the chickens in there and let them take care of all the grass. And then I'm going to divide it like into little wedges and walkways and put in perennial gardens and flowers, get rid of the grass and make it be edible and really cool and have a little bench to sit in there. It'll be neat. Are we getting turkeys? Yes, we are getting
absolutely.
Turkeys.
We fell in love with turkeys when we had them. I couldn't imagine going a year without having some turkeys to raise. I mean, the benefit of, come the holiday season is when we have the turkey to eat, and we used it for a long time.
We're still using it.
But as far as a bird to raise, they're amazing. They're just a lot of fun to raise.
So somebody in Amarillo, Wanda said she would take care of Oliver.
Appreciate the offer.
What breed? What breed? Oh, my dog? What breed? He's hiding. He's a Bichon.
He's sleeping right down there. Right down there.
Come here, Oliver. Come here. This is him.
He mostly sleeps. He's always been that way. He's quiet, doesn't bark, but he is very
growls.
anxious.
He does growl
when he's afraid of
and
something.
He doesn't like. It's not that he doesn't like little kids. He loves his cage. He's kennel caged, and he loves that. But if a child comes at him, then he'll nip because he gets scared. So it's not good around little children. The turkey breeds. Oh, what kind of turkey breeds? We did the bronze last time, and we wanted to do some heritage this time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to try some heritage.
We want to do heritage breeds.
So Jeff is asking, was it hard? And I know you're just recently joining our channel. Sorry, my head is draining. So Jeff, you haven't seen the videos as we were leaving our other place. Yes, it was hard. We had a gorgeous place that we
hard
were
to leave
renting.
Oregon. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, the property was amazing. It was just simply amazing. And we had made a lot of friends there, and what we'd accomplished there was fantastic. So it was very hard to put it behind it. I mean, it always is when you leave a place. I shouldn't say it always. I guess it could. For us, it has been. We've always found a way to make our places enjoyable. That one, we didn't have to do anything to make it enjoyable. It was amazing from the moment we walked onto it.
Yeah, it was.
And but it wasn't a forever place for us. It couldn't be. It never would have
financially.
been.
It couldn't be. So,
but yeah, it was hard to I can't emphasize it enough how hard it was to leave it. Yes.
Yeah, there's videos about that. Get to the farm. I think he's new here.
Ah,
Bonnie says, sounds like a beautiful garden plan. Check out the Heartland Harvest Gardens at Powell Gardens in Kingville, Missouri. They have the planting bed layout for a quilt pattern. Ooh, that would be so cool.
You got her at quilt pattern.
I want to make the quilt thing to go on our beautiful red barn. So
Yeah.
thank you, Terra Ranch, for congratulations.
I know for me.
Okay. Thank you, Get to the Farm. They've been following us for a while.
Good. For me, I'm very excited about getting a better. Wow, my nose is really starting to drain. I'm so sorry.
He's excited about getting a better.
As I learn more about permaculture and I look at what we have here, huge opportunities to do some really exciting things. So much to work with. For example, there's 5 acres that just is to the north of the house, and it's sloped, and it's got a couple of ridges that come down, and then the whole thing slopes down into the pond that's down there. But at the base of that, and I've shown this in some of our videos, the water kind of pools down there. Now, the previous owner called it an artesian well, and as I've learned more about artesian wells, that's kind of, maybe it is. I really don't think it is. I think it's more just where the water is seeping down. Our artesian well is going to be under pressure, and there's more to it. It's coming out of the aquifer. I think this is just surface water that's a little bit under, and then it's just appearing at the bottom as it pools on its way down because the slope is kind of leveled out. But it does accumulate there, and it's a constant
the most amazing thing. There's a secret garden back there.
I think
there's irises and all kinds of things. I'm making it into a secret garden. I'm going to make this cool.
It's not a secret now. Everybody knows about it.
No, that's not the point.
But as you come down the hill,
I have to
the
welcome
further down the. Okay, go ahead.
I have to welcome other people. Pinky Blessed is on, and Sabrina Morley is on.
I know her.
Gina Wheeler is on. She's my niece. And she says they can't wait to come and visit when they get well. So we must all got sick together. What part of Oregon were we in? We were in Sweet Home, Oregon, which is about 25 miles east of Corvallis or Albany. And
looks like you got more below.
Just a second. I had to catch up. Everything is in bloom here, and there's local honey, and bee pollen will help build up. Yes. We have to get the local honey to start taking a teaspoon of honey a day. I know that. Paint a barn quilt on the large board and then hang it on the barn. That's what we're going to do. I'm excited. Aunt B's Creations, welcome. They're saying congrats, and Mercedes Flores. So I think I've got everyone now. Thank you so much. We have 79 people on.
So back to my permaculture excitement. For me, this is a new adventure. And as I learn about it and see what we have there with that coming down there, but as you come down the hill, the further down you get, the greener it is and the more kinds and the more lush the plants are until down on the bottom, it's boggy. So I'm going to do some learning to see the best way to handle that. But
it's pretty.
There's so much that can be done with it. And anyway.
It's really pretty. Sharon says she's from Eugene. So that's where that
Very good.
is. Nina D, maybe it's a water cistern.
Well, I'm going to learn more about exactly what's causing it. But I think it's just the slopes.
Hey, everybody give us a thumbs up.
It's coming down like a quarter-mile hillside coming down, and then 2 hills coming in. So it's a lot of seeping of the water. I'm not a geologist, I'm a hydrologist, but that's what I'm seeing.
BRJ Mama, so happy for you. My husband and I and 3 children are selling our house and going searching for a homestead this summer.
Ooh,
what is more important when looking the land or the house?
Yeah, it depends on your objectives. If you want a place to live, then find the house you want. But really, you can take a house and turn it into what you want. You need land that's going to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
When we've done land before, we found a house and it was tough. And this time we didn't want to. Now, literally, when we came to look at this place, we came because of the beautiful red barn. And it was just like, oh, you had me at barn. And we walked in the house and we were so disappointed. And we turned and walked out and drove away.
I saw a huge project, which it is.
And then we went to this incredible property that had the most gorgeous home I think I've ever seen. As a log cabin, pristine in every way. Not one barn, not one outbuilding, nothing.
It had one outbuilding.
That was hardly anything.
Yeah.
And we're like, we stood there and we walked around and we went, well,
it was all trees.
It's got the perfect house, but we could cut down all the trees and we could put up a barn and we could do this and we could do that. Or we could go where we really want to make our farm, have all those outbuildings and work on the house a little at a time. And so that's what we chose to do. And he ripped the carpet out the second day for me, bless his heart. Okay, let me catch up. I know we're going over, but we've got so many people on here.
Yep.
Yay, caught you live. Renee P. Met her at the premiere for our Great American Farm Tour. Faith Fifield. Eddie, he says, we like seeing more cooking videos. Okay. I'm going to try to do a cooking video once a week. I'm going to try to do a better job than I did yesterday. But people liked it because I was real. So, hey, I was very real. This is me. He has a heritage breed. Ooh, I don't know how to say that. Whoops. They're coming in too fast now.
Well, the turkeys we had, they dressed out. The Tom
best.
Dressed out like at 25
Okay, well, I don't know how to
so.
say it, but I can certainly write it down. Narragansett. Okay, best breeds. I think it's Tom gets to about 30 pounds. That's a much better size. Thanks. Our thoughts are it's easier to fix the house than to build the land. Yeah, I think so. We spend most of our time out on the farm. We're either planting and growing or doing animals, and then we come back home, and so we can be back home. Oh, look who's on. 100 degrees from average. Hello, guys. We got to interview them at the premiere.
Let's click the show.
Just a second. Just happened to be on my computer. So cool to catch you. And Bonnie. Ooh, what did we just do?
You just jumped.
I just totally jumped.
So where are you, Bonnie Blue?
She's in KC. She already said that.
Oh, okay.
If you want someone to
Sounds
do
like
a property
she knows.
walk with
she
you.
Knows.
Okay, cool. Outbuildings are so important. We need to get a barn. Yeah. If you missed our review, our tour of our building,
go take a look.
Take a look at it. It was yesterday's video.
Yeah, we have a great start, and we just need more time to be making.
Are we near
happen.
Doug and Stacy? No, we're not super far. They are 45 minutes above 70 on the St. Louis side. We are 2 hours south on the Kansas City side.
So we're like
we're on the southwest.
3 hours approximately from them. So
but
that's close.
We do plan on seeing them.
Well, we're going to see them at Baker's Creek.
Yes, Baker's Creek is Sunday, Monday. We'll be there on Monday. And Pumpkin Patch says hello. Ron Russman, Ruzo. And Renee P says different Renee. Okay. Pumpkin Patch is a new subscriber. Well, thank you so much. Sandy, Oklahoma Transit. Sorry about dropping off. The weather was turning bad. That was the very first thing I said when we were moving to Missouri is we have to have a place for tornadoes, and we don't. I can't believe it, but my first thing my sister said, I says, well, the house has been here since 1940. But there is a closet over in the garage that's completely enclosed. And I thought, well, for right now, that's probably the best place for us to go. But we're definitely digging down and going.
Time to Sew was very happy for the 30-inch, 50-foot tutorial. As we've been talking about what we're going to do with the rest of that bed in there, one of the things I want to do is to try some outdoor microgreens using some of Curtis Stone's methods of doing that. I was very impressed with what he did, very effective. And so I'm going to take at least part of that and give that a try.
Our garden last year were all 30-inch. They were 30-inch by 60-foot. We had 9 rows of them. If you go to some of our old videos, you can see our incredible garden that we had in Oregon last year. So Two Family Homestead is on. David Hinsroot, I'm just slaughtering these names. Hello from Boral Bakery in Northern Ontario, another
Whoa.
Canadian. Mary Cleveland, hi from Southwest Missouri. She lives probably near us.
Not far from us.
We're looking for a dog sitter for a week.
Mary Ann's here.
Oh, hi, Mary Ann. Yes, you did miss the beginning, and we're staying on a little bit longer than normal because we've had so many people come on, 92 people. I have a farm in north central Missouri, but also in Kansas City, Missouri. Okay. Saw the property and it's great. Okay, let's see if there's anything else on here. I live in Tornado Alley, as they call it. So where specifically is Tornado Alley? Because I'm pretty sure
we're there.
We're there. I mean, we're not by Joplin, but I remember when Joplin was taken out.
When we lived in Ohio, there was the threat of tornadoes there.
And Pennsylvania.
You know, actually, where we lived in Colorado for a while, in Longmont, just a little bit north and east of where we're talking 10 miles, was an area that has the highest incidence of tornadoes in the United States. Now, they're not big ones, but it's just because of the high mountains that are right there, it's coming off of Estes Park, Rocky Mountain National Park, so pretty high peaks, and just a lot of turbulence created by that. And so it spawns a lot of tornadoes as it hits the plains out there. So it's pretty nasty. So we're very aware. We're very aware. So we need to get ready for that. No doubt about it.
Mama Cat is on. She said she loves our videos. Taff Williams is in the Lake District of the UK. And Tornado Alley starts in Texas and moves north to North Dakota. Okay. So it kind of misses us because we're on this side of North Dakota. We're bordering.
So I have a question for everybody. As we're looking at the types of things we want to show, we're going to be doing a lot of different projects and trying to show all of those. But are there types of information that everyone would enjoy, whether it's tutorials or experience or whatever it might be? Just kind of let us know whether it's here or in the comments and the other videos. You know, we're very tuned in to making certain that what we're producing, you know, we have choices as we're getting ready to do videos of what we will do. So,
how do you use microgreens? We use them for salads.
Yeah, you know, you could use them as a salad, but they're a great addition to a salad.
They're so healthy.
The nutritional value is fantastic.
And they grow in 8 days, beginning to end. So we're very excited.
Packed with flavor as well as nutrition.
So we are going to show that. We're going to demonstrate that. Right.
And also, you know, share the thought about how valuable they are. They're having a tough time catching on. A lot of restaurants better restaurants have started using it just because of their look. They look fantastic, and their flavor.
We do need to do an announcement. Next week, starting next week, we are moving this back an hour. So it will be 6 p.m. Central Time. That's 7 on the East Coast and 4 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. So 6 p.m. It's just running into a little bit of trouble coming this early for us. So hopefully people can still catch it at that time. I'm going to try to catch up on these, and then I think we're going to wind this down. I just want to make sure I say hi to everybody. Jen, Hub calls it Freddy Hole. I got in the wine cellar. Yeah. TBS Ace, hi from West Virginia. Kimberly de Herrera, so happy I found you through Justin Rhodes. Good for Justin.
We love Justin and Rebecca.
Lori Hill, if you didn't catch my silly video I made yesterday, it had a lot about Rebecca in it and Darcy Isabella.
Did we answer that question?
Which one? Yeah,
yeah, okay.
Microgreens, yeah.
Okay.
Got my elderberry cuttings and comfrey coming tomorrow. I have 2 cherry tomatoes and ready to plant. Yay.
We need to get some comfrey going.
We have got to get some comfrey.
I mean, it's not something we've had before. We've heard a lot about it, and it's a plant we want to get in place.
Elaine Johnson.
We may have some hiding around. We just need to know what we're looking for.
Elaine Johnson is from the Panhandle area of Idaho, and she's living with her daughter, and they have chickens and a small garden.
Cool.
Well, welcome to our channel.
Cool. Yeah,
Missouri has tornadoes. Yes, we know. Greetings from North Dakota, from Terry N. I'm hoping to talk family into moving to Missouri. I get tornadoes here and even up in Canada. You know what?
Yeah, tornadoes
They're
happen.
Everywhere. They're everywhere. If we were afraid to go anywhere, we wouldn't have been living in earthquake country.
They don't have them in Alaska.
Don't they have earthquakes there?
Yeah, they do.
Wanda Argenbright. Amarillo is the center of the Panhandle of Texas, the mighty Tornado Alley.
Yes.
Hello, Janet. The tutorials are for sure would be helpful.
Okay.
We're going to just start doing a tutorial a week on something and a cooking a week on something. Mary Cleveland is approximately 36 miles south of Joplin. So she's in our area. And gardening and cooking healthy. Loves our digital thermometer. So keep doing what keep doing what you have in Pennsylvania and Oregon. Love the content, especially on the working smarter, not harder. And we are going to find out more and more things to do that way.
Renee P., I haven't been with all of our changes and my work schedule changes and so forth.
Next. You know what? Let us wait till we get back from Oregon, and then we're going to do it without fail.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it in front of the barn.
I have a lot that I want to do with it, but it takes time, and I need to be doing the exercises, but figuring out how to make it work. Let me just say this about that. The biggest challenge is there's a wide variety of capabilities. So it's really hard for me to come up with, let's do these kinds of exercises, because for some people it's like mamby-pamby, and for other people it's overly challenging. So, I've got to find a way of doing things that can be a lot more sensible. So I'm working on that.
We'll just do a mamby-pamby one and then a hard one.
We'll see.
Nobody's mamby-pamby. Okay, so Aunt B got to see the Great American Farm Tour bus. She got to see the bus. I'm going to cough. She's
going to cough. We're both sickies still, so we're doing our best to get over it. Yeah.
I love what you've been doing. I think one thing unique about you guys right now is that just moving into the homestead, and that involves starting up. Yeah.
From what we're hearing, there are a lot of people who have just done it or are considering it or in the process of doing it. And so learning from our mistakes is going to be helpful to a lot of people. Perhaps just giving them courage that a couple of folks who are a little bit more experienced than some of the young folks are out there doing it.
Mama Cat wants to know if we grow comfrey from cedar plant. We have no idea, never grown it.
I'm thinking,
so we are in the learning mode.
My guess is it's from plants.
We'll do plant. Hello from Pennsylvania, from Donna.
Root cuttings. Terry Jean says root cuttings.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna finish these. I am looking for comfrey too, mainly for medicinal purposes. Yeah, and also for composting.
So you got somebody new there?
Cheryl.
Shaylee Michelle?
Michelle. Hello and wonderful evening. And
Little Mountain Ranch just is there.
Oh my goodness. And I've got a phone call that I'm just going to ignore. It's on my screen. Okay, so we had to use our phone today because our computer went completely weird on us.
Somebody's gonna have to work on that.
All right. Well, hello, Little Mountain Ranch. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Farmers, Daisy a day. Yes, Farmers Market has been. There's only like 6 or 7 people there at our little.
Well, we're going to go down to the Springfield one.
Yes, but wealth of knowledge. My goodness, every time we go, we learn a lot.
We can go Saturday because we're not going to Bakersfield. That's true. Until Monday. So that works. It's good. We appreciate it. Are you going to grow blackberries? Yes. And we have raspberries growing here already. We found a whole fence loaded with them. That's all trained. So we're very happy about that. Okay.
So Mary does both cuttings and seeds for the comfrey.
Okay. Only 1 to 2 inch root cuttings will probably take.
Okay.
Edible Acres YouTube has a lot of comfrey. Okay. I heard Russian comfrey is best. If it doesn't take over. Okay.
Yeah, we were warned about the elderberries tending to do that as well.
Yeah.
So
well, we are so appreciative of everyone who's on. We usually only hold this for a half an hour. This has been amazing. And Time to Grow says that is who. Oh, Nina Day. Okay, Nina D. I can't talk. That is who I am. So. Hello from Erie, Pennsylvania. Have a good night. So we have people saying hello and goodbye. We're saying goodbye right now.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming along with us. You make us feel fantastic. You help us feel good about what we're doing. This is a lot of fun.
So it will be
really enjoy
at 6 o'clock Central Time next week.
Central Mountain Time?
Sorry. I've never lived in Central for a long, long time, so it's hard. 6 o'clock. So we'll give you a heads up on that, the video before. Thank you. You've been wonderful. Love you all. And I don't know how to stop it. Bye. Thanks.